537.
Good evening, sir.
Hi.
sir. How can I help? I have made the arrangements. It should be arriving momentarily.
Hey, partner. Done. Shit, ride's on the way. Hey, so, I know.
Anything you need, boss. You thought about giving me some shares, boss? Oh, hi. What can I do for you? I hate to say no, but no. I can't organize that right now. Hi there. What do you need? How do you choose between your children? Your personal vehicle is being brought up now.
service sucks a big one.
Come experience the excitement of the ancient art of rich people trying to be faster than each other. It's premier horse racing at the Inside Track.
I'm afraid I can't assist you. I'll be right there.
The Diamond Casino and Resort would like to congratulate the lucky member who just purchased a diamond bottle of Bluter champagne.
service sucks big one in this place.
Welcome right on back. We're lucky to have Miss Baker here. She's so... Hello! Well...
apropos.
This is new, right? Hey, take your time, I've got all day. Whoa, now she looks pretty, but not in like a girly way. That is hot, if I do say so myself. Wow, she looks good. Not that she didn't already. Now that's an attractive bike. For a serious-hearted criminal. Whoa, now she looks pretty. But not in like a girly way. That is hot, if I do say so myself. Wow, she looks good. Not that she didn't already. Now that's an attractive bike. For a serious-hearted criminal. Whoa, now she looks pretty, but not in like a girly way. That is hot, if I do say so myself. Wow, she looks good. Not that she didn't already. There's that stopping power. In case you need to get away from the pigs or whatever. That's an attractive bike. For a serious-hearted criminal. Whoa, now she looks pretty, but not in like a girly way. That is hot, if I do say so myself. She He looks good in them boots, yo. That's that then.
that shit. What the fuck, dude?
You're right. This country.
Yeah, what's cracking? Oh, look! A walking pile of shit!
Who is this? What's going on, my dude? Listen, cat. See, I want shit with you. You heard?
Oh my fucking god!
my fault? Oh my lord! What the hell was that? Shit!
DJing on Friday.
I hear you, honey.
Damn way!
Nah, man, I don't watch Famous Shame. That Laszlo guy, he's a has-been. Dude, my dad dropped acid
do to it? Now what do you need? Hope they're tuned like you want them. Whatever you desire. Technology and budget permitting. Don't she look pretty? No rush at all. If you can think it, I can do it. You're not gonna get a flat. How many cars you got in this garage again? Think long and hard. Life is hard when you can have anything. Sometimes, don't you wish you could put the brakes on life? Baby's all grown up. See you next time.
Like to turn that AC to 73.
belong. This ain't the place.
You're not going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. Screw you all!
Broke ass, lame ass, Mark!
You're going down, man! You motherfucking asshole! Mop him up! Cocksucker! Carson Avenue!
Punk ass bitch!
Go!
Weak ass buster! Got that hot land for you! Motherfucking pussy!
time for bullshit.
How could you? I mean, this is low even for you.
Nice car, man. Hi. Let's get a smoothie next week, okay? Shit! Whatever. Okay, I'm calling the police.
I'm a professional ass kicker.
Wrong. No way.
Hey! Thanks. My getaway driver, I don't know. He got spooked and ran. Really saving my ass here. Listen, I'll cut you in. I'll cut you in. Just lose the cops. Asshole! Asshole! Don't let it slow us down. Man, do not fuck this up. Don't let it slow us down. Okay, we lost him. Here's the address. Take me there. Man, do not fuck this up. Shit, man. I owe you for that. I'll send the money now.
Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 4:31 a.m.
YouTube. How to unlock the Pacific Standard Varsity Jacket on GTA Online limited time only. Earth Puma Gaming. 5. Recommended. Bro. Toxic scammer gets what he deserves. Dated drop. 15. The only drug lord who outsmarted the U.S. Black Files. 4. When Pernell Whitaker confronted Julio Cesar Chavez. Boxing after dark. 53k views. The only drug lord who outsmarted the U.S. Black Files. 4k. 322k views. This killer is rich now. Ray William Johnson. 936k views. 6 months ago. 8 minutes. Art side of boxing. Politics. Contracts. And promoters. Coach how to. Movies and TV. Tab. 6 of 4. Tab. 9 of 11. Meaning. Tab. 1 of 5. Recommended. Based on your subscriptions and history. Bro. 20 pro tips that will make you better at ARC raiders. Stay ARC raiders. 14 thugs to twerk causes insane crash outs. Dated drops. 108k view. Knowing angry Rala players cars in GTA 5 RP. Bug games. 200. Red Dead Rala players. Teaching a GTA RP server staff a lesson. Max Emily RP. Stopping extraction campers in ARC raiders. Not scraps. 3.2k. 10 interesting things 2k used to have. NBA 2k. August sauce. 4k. 11k view. Brain reading of GTA Online. Coupler. 4. Trolling the dregs of GTA RP. Max. All I can think about is legendary kinetic converter stitcher is absurd. ARC. NBA 2K26 news update. All City Live TV. 19k views. 2 days ago. 8 minutes. 17 seconds. 17 of 20.
They got caught cheating. Ultimately, it led to the whole shutdown of the joint venture between 1v1me and NBA 2K. The company not only disqualified them, they shut the whole program down. They figured it wasn't in their best interest to pursue this joint venture with NBA 2K. They didn't want to run the risk of jeopardizing the integrity of their whole platform. We're about to get into all the details. If any of you guys are new here, consider dropping a like and a sub. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's get on over to this video. Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm Mo City, as always. Appreciate you guys tuning in. There's still a lot of players in the 2K community who don't even know what 1v1me is. To help break it down and simplify it, it's basically wager-based competition. 1v1me provided a platform for players to challenge each other in NBA 2K and other games like Warzone and Rocket League. And they do this with real money on the line. They basically had a partner program, and they used this platform to recruit skilled players for high-stake matches, giving players, participants, and bettors a clear path to earn a significant income. I remember back in the day around NBA 2K20 where wagering was like the biggest thing in the 2K community? Well, players were setting up these high-stake wagers amongst themselves. There was a point in time where even outside investors were coming in putting in big money on these wagers for 2K games. You can't talk this type of big money in the 2K community. I expect a certain level of deception to take place or a lack of security in your finances. It's a given in the 2K community. You can't trust these folks. I guess NBA 2K realizing how much viewership and hype those wagers brought in, they decided to kind of take on this joint venture with 1v1me and basically have 1v1me host these wagers on a more structured platform to give players and bettors more financial security. But this whole joint venture between 2K and 1v1me completely collapsed due to NBA 2K players fixing matches to get a come up off of 1v1me. It says here, while 1v1me and NBA 2K aren't directly partnered in a major way, 1v1me hosts NBA 2K challenges as a part of its platform for gamers to bet on themselves or stake on the pros. And 1v1
recommended based on your subscriptions and history. Bro, trolling GTA RP players with 5 strips. Cheeto head. Not, I bought the most expensive game console ever, but it's broken. Trolling the worst GTA RP server I've ever seen. Big Chief. 167. Weep on troll that broke a streamer. More Chrome. 233k. Trolling the worst GTA RP server I've ever. Weep on troll that broke a streamer. More Chrome. 233. Tap or hold to search with voice. Button.
Big
1 of 2.
Fry.
Entering. Dialog. Speak now. 1 of 2. Search results for Big Fry. Bro. Big Free TV. At Big Free TV. 344k subscribers. Big Free TV. At Big Free TV. 304 videos. Bro. This is the game that finally broke me. Big Free TV. 36k views. 2 days ago. 29 minutes. 22 seconds. 1 of 24 or more.
Normally, I have an intro for shit like this, but I just got off of a 3-hour live stream where we tried out Pioneer through all the server issues, all the launch issues, and I can't remember the last time I crashed out at an early access release like this one. I've never seen an MMO that tedious in my fucking life. A genre that is meant to be tedious, repetitive, but at the same time fun and engaging, right?
Video progress bar 25 seconds of 20. Skip ahead 1 minute. 10 seconds 1 minute. Video progress bar 1 minute. 35. Skip ahead 2 minutes. 19 seconds. Loading.
Transmitting data to server. Played a test with this about a year ago and it had this exact bug loading the pass. Oh, this is a bug? That's it, dude. I haven't seen anyone get past here yet. Wait.
Video progress bar 4 minutes. 6 seconds. Skip ahead 1 minute. Skip ahead 1 minute. 30 seconds. 5.
Why would I be you? You seem perfect.
Okay, for fuck's sakes.
Huh.
Video progress bar 5 minutes. 40. Skip ahead 1 minute. Skip ahead 2 minutes.
In spite of death, let me look at them. Just give me fucking West.
Shine the red spot.
Videos. Bro, this is the game that finally broke. Let's talk honestly about my game. Big Free TV. 4K. 22k views. 3 days ago. 24 minutes. 1 second. 2.
My game launched a week and a half ago on Steam, and since then it has been a whirlwind of noise from the internet. We have watched so many people come through, play the game, and give us their feedback, whether it's positive or negative. We had a flurry of negativity the first few days of launch, where the game was sitting at 57 or 58% mixed on Steam. That being said, over the past week, we have dropped 6 patches addressing various bugs, tweaking the AI to make it better for our players. And since we got over that initial hump of negativity, we have climbed from a 57% mixed review rating to being less than 1% away from a positive rating on Steam. For my first foray into game development, I couldn't be more proud of that fact. Like I said in my last video talking about transients, we missed the mark in some places, obviously. Our intro, way too slow to get people into the game and to get them interested. We didn't hook them well enough up front, and they didn't like how the AI felt at launch. Now, since then, again, we have made tweaks to their perception, to the way that they spot people, to the way that they interact with you moving through these levels, and the feedback to that AI patch has been fucking awesome. And I wanted to make a video just playing the game, talking about the launch, talking about what I learned, while also letting you guys know that there's only a couple of days left to pick up the game at its launch discount. So if you guys want to support an indie studio who has been listening, who has been addressing feedback head on, putting the boot to fucking ass and just getting stuff done, go check out my game right now. It is a stealth action tactical FPS set in the near future 2056 with a fully voice acted campaign of both comic book cinematics as well as in-engine 3D rendered cinematics, an 8 to 12 hour campaign, a side wave mode that you can pick up for right now about $16 or $17. The links are all down in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I get to actually sit down with y'all and play through the game that my team created. I'll be giving you guys my unfiltered opinion on how the launch has been going. So if you guys like that, leave a like on the video and subscribe for more FPS content just like this. My name is Big Fry. This is Transients. Everybody wants the unfiltered opinion. You know, Big Fry, if you were reviewing this and it wasn't your game, would you rip into it? It's funny they say those things when I have ripped into games like Direct Contact or fucking Incursion, asset flip trash. Like, I want to say cash grab. He heard me. He heard that. Yeah, keep your eyes open, buddy. You're fucking done. You're done, ski. Fall into the bush. So yeah, the funny thing is like, I think if you play this legitimately and say that it's trash or that it's an early access like asset flip, which I've seen so much, it's fucking nuts. I will say the flurry of negativity that we have seen, I wanna sit here and address it just head on. Some of it is valid, right? There are critiques about how slow the intro is, how sometimes our AI acts brain dead, and then sometimes they're aimbot. I feel like that's kind of a mixed bag, and we've seen reviews on both ends with the AI. Like some people think it's way too difficult, and granted, we did watch people on Twitch struggle in the early levels. You know, you don't have the suit, you don't have
Big Free TV, at Big Free TV, 340 videos. Bro, this is the game that finally broke me. Big Free TV, early access videos. All the videos covering various Steam early access, alphas and betas. Bro, my viewers beg me to search results for Big Fry. Bro, Big Free, search results for Big Fry. Bro, Big Free TV, Transsions. Bro, my game launched 24 hours ago.
All right, at the time of recording this video.
Back. Transsions. Bro, my game launched 24. ARC Raiders. Bro, does ARC Raiders deserve the hype it's getting? Transsions. Bro, Transsions. Official gameplay trailer. Big Free TV, 37K views. 3 weeks ago. Early access videos. All the videos covering various Steam early access, alphas and
It's surprising that and the server was one of the laggiest things that I've seen.
back 0 seconds. Head 40 seconds.
Game with a small, close-knit group of friends.
Back 10 seconds, 53 seconds. Loading.
Well, y'all asked for it. I've been down this road before, but every single time I criticize a game that has some sort of like cult following, I get flooded with comments of people telling me that I played the game wrong, or that the servers that I joined were just laggy, and that I should try the game with a small, close-knit group of friends. You're supposed to stay behind the rocks while the robots fight each other, Big Fry. I dropped a video 3 days ago on a game called Vane. It just dropped into early access after having a free demo out on the store for the last couple of years. They put a $20 price tag on it, and the game was broken beyond belief. I covered it like I always do. Now, there's people that will literally look at a video that is showing clear bugs and clear broken functionalities of mechanics, and they'll say that I'm
20 seconds, 1 minute. 50 seconds, 2 minutes.
I turn my game volume up and it just lags.
Oh, yeah. Video progress bar 2 minutes. 25 seconds. 50 seconds, 3 minutes. 15 seconds of 16 minutes. Loading.
I'm alive. I just fell out. I got hurt a little bit. I'm apparently breaking down mentally.
Video progress bar 3 minutes. 24. Skip ahead 50 seconds, 4 minutes. 14 seconds of 16 minutes. 23.
There, good talk.
Video progress bar 4 minutes. 50. Skip ahead 1 minute. Loading.
Wait, just
video progress bar 5 minutes. 50. Skip ahead 2 minutes. 40 seconds, 8 minutes. Loading.
My vehicle's getting fucked from this.
This multi-million-dollar extraction shooter is dying a slow death. Big Free TV, 78K views.
I cover a lot of FPS games on this channel, and one game that I had a lot of confidence in, to the point where I backed the game on Fig before it even hit Steam. Marauders is a self-described tactical first-person multiplayer looter shooter set in a sci-fi universe where you enter each raid via a ship that you can control and fly with your crew, land into different planetary on-foot raids, kill AI and other players, loot up, and then escape via your designated hangar. It had such a cool premise when I backed it all the way back in 2020, and 2 years after that, they decided to launch into early access on Steam with a game that, in my opinion, felt very similar to the very first alpha builds that I played, which I thought was really weird. Marauders was set to be in early access for only 12 to 18 months, but the store page now has a disclaimer that the last update made by the developers was over 12 months ago. The game has shifted from mostly positive reviews to very negative, with the player base dropping from an all-time peak of over 14,000 players to only 16 at the time of recording this video. SteamDB estimates that there's anywhere between 600 to 900,000 owners of the game, meaning the developers at Small Impact Games made millions of dollars on this project. With rumors swirling of lawsuits between the developer and their publisher Team 17, and no clear answer from the community from anyone, I decided to do some digging, reaching out to my contacts at Small Impact Games, and try to figure out what the hell happened with Marauders. When I first played Marauders, I was looking at a pre-alpha build of a game that had a very unique premise at a time where the term
Early access videos. All the videos covering this early access stealth game is a disaster. Unreal Engine 5, Big Free TV, 18K views, 3 months ago, 14 minutes.
What's going on, guys? My name is Big Fry, and it's been a while since we've taken a look at the Steam store for some early access gems like the one we're going to look at today called Instruments of Peace. It came out a month ago. It's in early access. The AI-generated banner on your store page is sending me, by the way. Leave a like on the video and subscribe with the bell on so you never miss a video. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a member for 99 cents.
At 30 seconds, 53 seconds at 14 minutes. Skipping to gameplay 53 seconds at 14 minutes. 25 seconds.
In gear. Okay. I picked up a med kit. What's back here?
Early access videos. All the videos cover best indie FPS on Steam this summer. Big Free TV, 18K views, 3 months ago, 8 minutes, 18 seconds, or 12 or more. Redstone is the worst early access game of 2025. Big Free TV, 63K views. Game is everything Delta Force players want, but is it good? Big Free TV, 27K views, 5 months ago, 17 minutes, 30 loading.
In today's FPS landscape, it's all about who can sell you the most tactical drip before the first bullet even flies. Hell, even Delta Force came back from the grave just to hawk microtransactions in a game that barely resembles its roots. Meanwhile, Dagger Directive shows up like a pissed-off ghost from the golden era. No skins, no cringe, just raw, grounded combat that doesn't need a battle pass to feel badass. It's the shooter Delta Force wishes it had the guts to be. And the developers sent us some keys to check out the game, no questions asked. So I grabbed some friends and we jumped in to this old school retro shooter that harkens to the days of old that I know a lot of you guys have been asking for. This video isn't sponsored. They did send us keys. If you guys want to check it out, I will have a link down in the description below. And if you guys end up liking the video, leave a like on it, subscribe for more content just like this. Make sure you guys check out my second channel where we've been deep diving a lot of different games, a lot of different news. We're almost at 10,000 subscribers over there, so I got to give it a shout out. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Big Fry, and this is Dagger Directive.
A statue.
Fuck sakes.
Big Free TV, at Big Free TV, 344,000 subscribers. Search results for Big Fry, Bro. Big Free TV, at Big Free TV. Add or hold to search with voice, button. Recommended, based on your subscriptions and history, Bro. Week long troll that broke a streamer. I bought the most expensive game console ever. News, tab, 4 of 5. Live now, news, Bro. Watch lit, Fox News all, lit, tab, 5 of 5. No more items. Recommended, Bro, lit, Dateline 24/lit news, live now Fox 24/7 livestream, live now from Fox, lit, NBC News now, NBC News, 605 watching, lit, 4 of 10 or more, 24/7 lit, The Office holiday livestream, The Office, 800, lit, ABC News lit 24/7 news, context and analysis, ABC News, 6, LOL stand up, 24/7 stand up comedy, LOL, network, 1, lit, non-stop laughter, The Office US, watch Sky News, 5.3K watching, MST3K forever it's on, Mystery Science Theater 3000, lit now, Bro, HSBC VWF World Tour Finals, lit, Pakistan U19 versus India U9, upcoming live streams, Bro, Suraj Sharma is lit, Suraj Sharma, scheduled for December 21st, 2000, lit now, gaming, Bro, the final ASMR, lit, tab. 1 million luck in Roblox Steel of Rainwood. Admin of views. Shorts. Fiki Stein. Minecraft stream. Telewood. 100 more. Tab. 9 of 11. Subscriptions. Tab. 8 of 11. Subscriptions. Tab. 8 of 11. Gaming. Tab. 1 of 5. Recommended. Based on your subscriptions and Going Angry Roller Players Cars and GTA 5 RP. Bug games. 200. This finally explains who Ursula really is in GTA 5. Play on demand. 4K. Red Dead Roller Players get mocked by chat troll. Big Chief. Revitalizing Squad versus Agile Crowd for gtaxgen 1. Los Santos. iSpit. 4K. 7.3K view. ARC Raiders tricks you never knew existed. Not clickbait. XAT. 11K view. Stalking extraction campers and ARC Raiders. Not scraps. 3. 20 pro tips that will make you better at ARs. I created my own army of ARCs and ARC Raiders. Joseph. 85K views. 3 days ago. Add or hold to search with voice. Button. 1. Search. Button. 2 of 2. Recommended. Based on your subscriptions and history. Rolling the admins of GTA 5 RP. 10 interesting things 2K used to have. NBA 2K. August Sauce. 4K. 11. The ARC Raiders Experience. Sir Demetrius. 286K views. 7 days ago. 14 minutes. 4 seconds. 18 of 24.
Already watch and learn.
Arenas thought he can stop the best part on NBA 2K26, but things went left. Bliss, 4K, 7K views, 1 day ago. 33, he imprisoned his best friend for 15 years. Sunny GTA, BC lore, I lived under a clan as a solo KC. Exclusion, 2 MQs, 7 months of shorts. Bro, Cody Rhodes first look at gameplay for you to unwind. Bro, teaching a GTA RP server lesson. Max Family RP, 4K, 500, teaching corrupt admins a lesson. GTA RP, David, Grand Theft Auto V. Bro, why did Stretch betray Franklin and Lamar? KV Rando, 370K views, 2 years ago. Euro Truck Simulator 2. Bro, be my tracker tutorial setup. Supported cameras. Oh, 10 types of F2 and apps players. A salvage. Trending videos. Hot and fresh. Bro, Block Tales. Demo 5 teaser. And no game 5. 136K views. 8 hours ago. 39 seconds. 1 of 20. Police Simulator. Patrol officers. Bro, we played the jankiest police simulator game ever. Tomato Gaming. 396K views. Real Pop plays Police Simulator. Police Simulator. Patrol officer. Red Dead Redemption 2. Bro, trolling the most miserable role player on Red Dead RP. Grand Theft Auto VI. Bro, GTA VI makes RTR2 look tiny. Silly jizz. 4K views. 8 days ago. 9 minutes. 3 seconds. 1 of 18.
Open world games, with Elysium Games striving to be more ambitious.
Nerdy Team League, the biggest game ever. Visual Venture, 660. ARC Raiders. Battlefield 6. Bro. Dice Teaching. NBA 2K26. Bro. The 2K. Grand Theft Auto IV. Bro. Where are the GTA 4 characters now? Bogan Bat. 30. American Truck Simulator. Bro. Lit. Videos from your subscriptions. Bro. Join American Truck Simulator. Bro. Lit. Hardcore Snow Convoy across America ads. Bad May. 548 views. Streamed 20 hours ago. 6 hours. 58 minutes. 25 seconds. 1 of 18.
Okay, buddy. Get back in here, set up a little late night crib. Here's Instagram.
Videos from your subscriptions. Bro. GTA RP. Bro. Steel of Rain Within. Arena Free Fire. The Kelly Show. Bro. Kelly Show. No more items. Meaning. Tab. 1 of 5. More. Tab. 9 of 11. Music. Tab. Home. Tab. 3 of 11. Tab or hold to search with voice. Button. Search. Tab. 2 of 11. Recommended. Bro. The Dark Side of Fox. Notorious prison escape history's greatest escapes with. Brace yourself for the AI bubble. Robert Ryken. How this nerdy team became a 32.7 million. Safe Pocket Logic and Arc Raiders. Viva. Anthony Joshua loses IT after impersonating. Video of Saskatchewan hockey rink staircase goes viral. Bears take down Packers. Caleb Williams finds the man who outsmarted Vegas casinos. Played. 4K. 62. Inhuman power. Savage knockouts and no. Inside the most luxurious prison in the world. Atrium. 800. Raymond Lewis. LA legend. The documentary. Beach City Media. 8. Invest HSW vehicles everyone. Detective could face felony charges for alleged Walmart shoplifting. Fox. NBA 2K26 timer batch test. NBA 2K lab. 6.3K views. 15 hours ago. 2 minutes. 50. Why it sucks to be an F1 driver. More. The Indian fake report world champion fraud. Rigged. The ugly truth about avocados. You won't like it. Dr. Eric. 10 big mistakes solo players make in Cayo Perico and how to fix them. Subscribe for tacos. 4K. 26K view. No fuel over the Atlantic Ocean. The story of flight. Insane way bank robbers executed perfect bank high. Craziest choke I've ever seen. AJ Redick will be the reason the Lakers never win anything ever. Awful coaching. PX 5070 Cyberpunk 2. God's blessings begin when you put him first aid. Fight that cost him his life at 44 years old. Kevin Randleman. Flash. Apps. Back. Recent lists. 1 of 6. YouTube. To delete the selected app from the list, press the up key on the remote and select the delete button. List. 1 of 6. Apps. YouTube. Fight that cost him his life at 44 years. Add account. Button. Press down for more options. 2 of 3. YouTube Kids. Button. Press down for more options. 3 of. No more items. No more items. No more items. List. 2 apps. YouTube. Apple TV. Multi-view. Tab. Recent lists. 1 of 6. YouTube. Gtaonline. PC. HDMI 4 PC. Input information button. Tab. Home. Apps. YouTube. YouTube Kids. Button. Add account. Button. 2 of 3. Recommended. Row. The man who escaped the CIA's most Simp husband gets angry very fast. GTARP. Date. The man who escaped the CIA's most horrible prison. Black files. 4K. 311K views. 13 days ago. 26. Video progress bar 0 seconds of 26. Skip ahead 1 minute. Skip ahead 2 minutes. Skipping to mistaken identity 2 minutes. 24 seconds of 26 minutes. 53 seconds.
Man whole. Those differences meant nothing. The interrogation room in Tabanovce measured 8 feet by 10 feet. No windows and just one fluorescent bulb. For the first 3 hours, El Masri answered the same questions in broken English and German. Where did you travel in 1999? He visited Mecca for pilgrimage. Who paid for the trip? His own savings. Why Macedonia? Cheap vacation and mountain air. But the officers wrote nothing down. At 6:30 a.m., they loaded him into an unmarked van. The Skopsky Merak Hotel sat on the outskirts of Skopje, a 3-story concrete block the Macedonian intelligence service used for unofficial detentions. Room 13 had reinforced locks, no telephone, and the windows painted black. El Masri's guards worked 8-hour shifts. 2 men who spoke no German communicated through hand gestures. They brought bread and cheese twice daily and escorted him to a bathroom down the hall. No lawyer, no consul, and no explanation. On day 3, the interrogators change. 3 men in suits who speak accented English appear. They know details. His employment history at Daimler-Benz from 1985 to 1993, his marriage to Aisha in 1996, and the names of his 6 children. They show him photocopies, his passport photo beside a grainy image of someone else. This is you in Afghanistan, they insist. But El Masri had never been to Afghanistan, and they don't believe him. What El Masri can't see 7 time zones away, in the counterterrorism center at CIA headquarters, an analyst named Alfreda Bukowski was building a case from fragments. Bukowski, who colleagues call the Queen of Torture, connects El Masri's name to a Hamburg cell linked to 9/11 hijacker Mohammed Atta. Her evidence is the name similarity, his Lebanese origin, and his mosque attendance. No phone intercepts, no financial transfers, and no photographs, just pattern recognition and what she later calls a hunch. On January 12, 2004, he signs the rendition order. 1 signature, 1 hunch. That's all it takes to make a man disappear. Macedonia's intelligence service had held El Masri for 23 days when the Americans arrived on January 23, 2004. His guards suddenly seemed nervous, checking their watches. They handed him his passport, his wallet with the 563 euros still inside, even his wedding ring. You're going home, one said in English. They drove him through Skopje's empty streets toward what he thought was the German embassy, but the van stopped at the airport instead. El Masri saw the plane first, a Boeing 737 with no airline markings and tail number N313P. Then he saw the men, 7 figures in black, faces covered by balaclavas. They moved in formation, surrounding him before he could process what was happening. The beatings started immediately. Fists to his stomach, boots to his legs. When he tried to protect his head, they grabbed his arms and wrenched them behind his back. Someone produced medical scissors, began cutting through his jacket, his sweater, and his undershirt. The metal was cold against his skin. The most degrading moment came when they cut away his underwear. El Masri, a devout Muslim who prayed 5 times daily, stood naked on the tarmac while strangers photographed him with a digital camera. They bent him over. A gloved hand forced a suppository into his rectum. The drug, later identified as a powerful sedative, made his legs buckle within minutes. They dressed him in a diaper, then a blue tracksuit. The hood came last, cutting off his last glimpse of Macedonia. Inside N313P, they chained him to the cabin floor. His wrists and ankles were shackled to D-rings bolted into the aircraft's frame. The engines screamed to life. As the plane lifted off at 8:46 p.m., one American leaned down, pulled back the hood enough to speak directly into El Masri's ear. You are now in American custody. We can do with you whatever we want. No one will know where. The flight lasted 8 hours and 38 minutes. El Masri counted, fighting the sedatives and forcing himself to track time. The plane refueled once. He heard fuel trucks, felt the aircraft rock as they connected. His mouth went dry from the drugs. His shoulders burned from the stress position. When he asked for water, no one responded. When the plane finally descended, outside the tiny window, he glimpsed through his hood's fabric, mountains covered in snow, Afghanistan. He was about to enter a building where prisoners didn't come out the same. Some didn't come out at all. What does the CIA do to a man when they're convinced he's a terrorist, but he has nothing to confess? And what happens when an interrogator finally admits they have the wrong person, but headquarters refuses to let him go? The salt pit squatted in an industrial district 10 miles northeast of Kabul, inside an abandoned brick factory the CIA had leased in November 2002. From the outside, it looked like rubble, collapsed walls and rusted machinery. But beneath the factory floor, the CIA had built something else entirely. A maze of basement cells carved into the earth, each one sealed with a steel door 3 inches thick. No windows and no natural light. Sound-dampening concrete that swallowed screams. Officially designated the detention site Cobalt, it held 24 prisoners in what a CIA inspector would later call the most inhumane facility in the entire detention program. The temperature inside never rose above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, even in summer. In January, water froze in the pipes. El Masri's cell measured 6 feet by 8 feet. Concrete floor, concrete walls, and no furniture. A bucket in the corner for waste. Total darkness, not dim light and no shadows, but the complete absence of light that makes you touch your eyes to confirm they're open. The CIA called this learned helplessness. Prisoners called it being buried alive. His chains, 14 pounds of steel, connected his ankles to a ring in the floor, with just enough slack to reach the bucket. The chain length was deliberate, calculated to prevent standing fully upright. After 3 days, El Masri's back seized with spasms that never fully went away. The first interrogation began 12 hours after arrival. 4 men entered his cell with flashlights that burned his dark adapted eyes. They spoke American English. The questions came rapid fire. Where did you train? Who sent you? What was your target? El Masri repeated what he told the Macedonians. Wrong person, wrong name, and he is just a car salesman from Germany. The lead interrogator, El Masri could tell by his voice, grew frustrated. We know you're lying. We have proof. You were in Jalalabad in 2000. El Masri had been selling used BMWs in Ulm in 2000. He had receipts, tax records, and even witnesses, but none of that mattered here. When words failed, they tried pain. The technique was called walling, slamming a prisoner's shoulders against a specially designed flexible wall that amplified impact without leaving marks. El Masri lost count after the 20th impact. Then came stress positions, arms shackled above his head, forced to stand on his toes for hours. When his legs gave out, the chains caught his weight, nearly dislocating both shoulders. The pain was designed to break him. But El Masri had nothing to confess. The daily routine at Cobalt never varied. Metal music blasted through speakers 20 hours per day. Eminem's Kim on repeat. The same 3-minute track about murder playing continuously. The volume made conversation impossible, sleep difficult, and thinking pure agony. Meals arrived once daily. A handful of rice, a piece of bread, and sometimes a potato. The portions totaled roughly 500 calories. Within 2 weeks, El Masri's ribs showed through his skin. February brought a new interrogator, someone the guards called the boss. This man spoke German with a Berlin accent. He knew details the others didn't. El Masri's childhood in Kuwait, his mother's maiden name, and the elementary school his daughter attended. But he also knew something else. During their 3rd session, the boss admitted it. We know you're not the man we want. But you're here now. That creates complications. The CIA had a problem. Releasing El Masri meant admitting a mistake. Keeping him meant holding an innocent man. They'd already decided which was worse. The boss promised to work on a solution. That was February 20th, and El Masri wouldn't see him again for 6 weeks. By March, El Masri had lost 60 pounds. His teeth loosened from malnutrition. Hair fell out in clumps when he ran his fingers through it. Other prisoners, he could hear them through the walls during quiet periods, screamed in Arabic and Pashto, languages he didn't recognize. One man, in the cell beside his, repeatedly banged his head against the concrete. The sound, a wet thud, over and over, lasted for hours, then silence. Guards removed the body the next morning. El Masri decided to die, not suicide. His faith forbade that, but refusal. On March 11th, he stopped eating. The bread piled up in the corner, and for 6 days, he consumed only water. On day 7, guards noticed the untouched food. On day 8, 4 men in medical scrubs entered his cell. They held him down, forced a tube through his nose into his stomach. The feeding hurt worse than the beatings, acid burning up his throat, his nose bleeding, vomit, and formula mixing on the concrete. They did this twice daily for 37 days. April 10th, 2004. The boss returned with news. Headquarters has made a decision. In that moment, El Masri assumed execution. Instead, the boss said, "You're going home, maybe, if you cooperate." The condition is absolute silence. Never speak about COBOL, never mention the CIA, and never pursue legal action. Sign this document, 8 pages in English El Masri couldn't read, and you might see Germany again. El Masri signed. What choice did he have? The preparation took 6 more weeks. They fattened him up, real meals, medical treatment, even vitamins. They couldn't return a skeleton to Germany without raising questions. His weight climbed from 132 pounds back to 175. They gave him a haircut, new clothes, even allowed him to shower with soap. The transformation was cosmetic, external. Inside, the damage was permanent. May 28th, 2004. Guards entered El Masri's cell for the last time. New handcuffs, American model, not the Soviet-era ones Cobalt used. Clean hood, cotton, not the burlap that left fibers in your mouth. They led him through corridors he'd never seen, past doorways where other prisoners watched through feeding slots. Outside, Kabul's night air hit him like memory itself. Wind, car exhaust, life continuing beyond concrete walls. El Masri noticed something strange. The CIA handlers escorting him seemed nervous, jumpy. One kept checking the road behind them. They weren't worried about him escaping. They were worried about something else entirely. Why won't the CIA release El Masri in Germany where his family is waiting? And after 5 months of torture for a crime he didn't commit, will he finally make it home? The Gulfstream Phi jet that carried El Masri from Kabul landed at Tirana International Airport, Albania, at 5:30 a.m. on May 29, 2004. Not Germany. That would create records and require explanations. Albania asked fewer questions. The CIA team drove him 3 hours north toward the Serbian border, past Kukas, into mountains where cell phones found no signal. They stopped on a dirt road near the village of Kalit, 18 miles from anywhere. The senior CIA officer, El Masri, recognized his voice from Cobol, handed him 14,000 euros in cash, his German passport, and a white t-shirt that read, Munich 2003 in English. "Walk straight down this road," the officer said. "Don't look back and don't turn around, just walk." They drove away, leaving El Masri standing alone on a mountain road at 8:47 a.m., 5 months and 1 week after he'd boarded a bus for a simple vacation. El Masri walked for 3 hours before meeting Albanian border guards. They found his story impossible, a German citizen claiming CIA kidnapping, carrying 14,000 euros and appearing from nowhere. They detained him in Tirana for 18 hours while checking his identity. The German embassy confirmed, yes, this was their missing citizen. Yes, his family had filed reports. No, they had no explanation for his appearance in Albania. The Lufthansa flight from Tirana to Frankfurt on May 29th carried 93 passengers. One of them is a ghost, a man who'd been erased from existence, then awkwardly reinserted into life. El Masri stared out the window at Europe passing below. Normal cities full of normal people living normal lives where intelligence agencies didn't chain you to concrete floors. When the pilot announced descent into Frankfurt, El Masri broke down crying. Frankfurt airport immigration took 4 minutes. The officer scanned his passport, looked up, and scanned again. Mr. El Masri, where have you been since January? The computer showed no exit from Germany and no entry anywhere else. El Masri said, Afghanistan. The officer's eyebrows rose. Business? Pleasure? El Masri almost laughed. The absurdity of the question, the impossibility of the truth. Visiting friends, he said. The officer stamped his passport. The train to Ulm took 3 hours and 14 minutes. El Masri had memorized his apartment building's entry code, 4779. He climbed to the 3rd floor and knocked on his own door, but it got no answer. Used his key, and it still worked. Inside, there were empty rooms. No furniture, no clothes, and no toys. Just marks on the walls where pictures had hung. A note on the kitchen counter in Aisha's handwriting. I waited. Couldn't wait anymore. We're with my family. Aisha had taken the children to Lebanon 6 weeks earlier. The landlord threatened eviction, 5 months of missed rent. Her husband's employer had terminated his position after 3 weeks' absence without notice. The police told her missing persons usually meant voluntary disappearance. She'd sold everything valuable, borrowed money from relatives, and finally given up. How do you explain to 6 children that their father simply vanished? You don't. You just leave. El Masri called Lebanon from a payphone. His home line was disconnected. Aisha answered on the 7th ring. For 13 seconds, neither spoke. Then she said, Khaled? He said, I'm home. She said, where were you? He couldn't answer. Not on an international line, probably on her. I'll explain when you return. Please come back. She said she'd think about it. Then the line went dead. The reunion happened 2 weeks later at Frankfurt Airport. Aisha had aged years in 5 months. The children, ages 2 to 12, stared at their father like a stranger. His youngest son, Ayub, hid behind his mother's legs. El Masri knelt down, opened his arms. None of them moved. Finally, his oldest daughter, Maria, stepped forward. Papa, she said, where did you go? He held her while she cried, unable to explain that he'd never left, not voluntarily, that every day in that darkness he'd thought of them. The New York Times published an investigation on May 31st, 2005, 1 year later after El Masri's release. The headline, CIA expanding terror battle under guise of charter flights. Buried in paragraph 14, the story of a German citizen mistakenly rendered to Afghanistan. No name, they protected their source, but enough details that German intelligence knew immediately who it meant. Within hours, El Masri's phone rang. German federal police wanted to talk. The truth was about to collide with the most powerful secrecy apparatus on Earth. What happens when an innocent man sues the CIA in open court for kidnapping and torture? And when German prosecutors issue arrest warrants for American agents, will the U.S. let its own operatives face justice? El Masri didn't want money. He wanted acknowledgement, an apology, assurance it wouldn't happen to someone else. In December 2005, he sued the CIA in American federal court. The government's response wasn't a denial. It was worse. They invoked the state secrets privilege, a Cold War doctrine that lets the government kill any lawsuit by claiming national security. The argument was almost absurd. The CIA couldn't confirm or deny kidnapping El Masri because confirming it would be a state secret. They weren't saying he was lying. They were saying that admitting the truth was illegal. The judge struggled with the paradox. How can there be justice if the facts of injustice are secret? The government's answer was simple. Sometimes there can't be. National security trumps individual rights. The case was dismissed, appeals failed, and the Supreme Court refused to hear it. Not because El Masri was wrong, but because proving he was right would embarrass the CIA. German prosecutors had no such restrictions. Through meticulous detective work, flight records, hotel receipts, and cell phone logs, They identified 13 CIA operatives involved in El Masri's rendition. They issued arrest warrants. Names were aliases, but attached to real passport photos, real credit cards, real digital footprints. America pressured Germany to drop the case. The message was clear. Choose between justice for one man or continued intelligence cooperation. Germany chose cooperation. The warrants remained active, but unenforced. Kidnappers walked free. December 13, 2012 brought vindication from an unexpected source. The European Court of Human Rights ruled unanimously Macedonia had violated El Masri's rights by transferring him to CIA custody. The court's 90-page opinion used the word torture 23 times. It awarded El Masri 60,000 euros, not from America, but from Macedonia. The first legal acknowledgement from any court anywhere that America's rendition program constituted torture. The CIA panicked. When the Senate Intelligence Committee investigated CIA torture in 2014, internal emails showed the fear at length. One senior official wrote, "If the El Masri story gets full exposure, we're done. This is the one that proves we knew we had the wrong guy and kept him anyway." December 9, 2014. The Senate released its 500-page executive summary on CIA torture. It revealed that CIA Director George Tenet wasn't even informed until months after the capture. When he found out, Tenet reportedly shouted, "Are you fucking kidding me? We grabbed the wrong guy and nobody told me." Even the architects eventually admitted it. Jose Rodriguez, who ran the CIA's Counterterrorism Center, confessed in his memoir that El Masri was a case of mistaken identity. Alfreda Bukowski, who'd signed the original rendition order, reportedly told colleagues, "It was my call. I got it wrong. But I'd rather grab 10 innocent men than miss one terrorist." That math, 10 innocent lives sacrificed for one possible threat. That's the equation that built the salt pit. El Masri survived. But what happened to the other prisoners who heard his screams through the walls? 20 years later, did anyone who tortured an innocent man ever face a single consequence? Ul Rahman died in cell 3 of the salt pit on November 20th, 2002, 13 months before El Masri arrived. The 34-year-old Afghan was left naked from the waist down, chained to a concrete floor in 36-degree cold. Guards found his body in the morning, frozen in a fetal position. The CIA officer responsible received no punishment. Instead, he earned a $2,500 bonus 4 months later for consistently superior work. The 2004 CIA Inspector General report found that of 119 detainees in the rendition program, at least 26 were wrongfully held. That's 1 in 5. The report noted this was likely an undercount since many files were incomplete or missing. We know about El Masri because he survived, because he talked, because someone listened. How many didn't? The architects of the rendition program faced no consequences. George Tenet received the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Jose Rodriguez became a conservative media commentator. Alfreda Bukowski continued rising through CIA ranks. The officers who beat El Masri, who chained him to floors, who forced tubes down his throat, they remain unknown, protected by secrecy, collecting government pensions. The salt pit closed in 2004, shortly after El Masri's release. The building still stands in Kabul, abandoned again, its basement cells flooded with groundwater. Local children play soccer in the courtyard, unaware of what happened in the darkness below. The CIA never officially acknowledged cobalt existed. The legal framework that enabled El Masri's disappearance remains intact. The state secrets privilege still shields kidnappers. The aircraft companies still operate. The black site blueprints still exist. The personnel who ran them still hold clearances. El Masri lives in Austria now, still suffering from PTSD. His marriage survived but remains strained. His children grew up with a father who disappears into panic attacks, who can't tolerate darkness,
Press up for a video link.
screaming from night.
Recommended. Bro, the mom who hunted 10 hitmen alone. Live 5. This 15-year-old teen stole 24 million. Getting revenge on a toxic role-playing militia. GTA trolling. David Drops. 354. This 15-year-old teen stole $24 million. Ray William Johnson. 1.3 M views. 7 months ago. 8 minutes. 21. Watch James Tony 5 to Scene Ramen. It was a slugfest battle. Rap 95 box HD. 404. Plumber who stole $8 billion from a cartel in one night. Lumen 2 more. Plumber who stole $8 billion from a cartel in one night. Lumen 2 more. 64.
Guadalajara, Mexico. 1981. Enrique Camarena walks into a bar. He's 33 years old. Dark hair, mustache, speaks perfect Spanish. Looks Mexican because he is Mexican. Born in California to immigrant parents. But Kiki Camarena isn't here to drink. He's here to work. He's a DEA agent, undercover, and he's about to infiltrate the most powerful drug cartel in Mexico, the Guadalajara cartel, run by 3 men, Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo, the Godfather, the strategist, the businessman, Ernesto Fonseca Carrillo, Don Nato, the enforcer, the muscle, Rafael Caro Quintero, RCQ, the farmer, the grower, the killer. Together, they control 90% of cocaine flowing into the United States, billions of dollars per year, protected by police, protected by politicians, protected by an entire system of corruption. Kiki's mission: get close, gather evidence, find their operations, bring them down. But Kiki doesn't know something yet, something that will cost him everything. The system isn't just corrupt, it's completely owned by the cartel, and they're watching him. Kiki doesn't walk into Guadalajara announcing he's DEA. That would be reckless. Instead, he builds a cover identity. Eduardo Contreras, a plumbing supplies salesman from California, looking to expand his business in Mexico. It's a perfect cover. Plumbers travel. They meet people. They ask questions without raising suspicion. Kiki rents a small apartment in Guadalajara. He buys a used car, opens a tiny office, and prints business cards. Slowly, he becomes Eduardo Contreras. For 6 months, he lives the cover completely. He sells plumbing supplies, makes friends, shares drinks with locals, and goes to church. He becomes part of the community, and no one suspects a thing, because Eduardo isn't pretending. He's living. But underneath that life, Kiki is watching, listening, noticing patterns. He sees men driving expensive cars with no visible jobs. He sees police officers meeting known criminals in broad daylight. He watches money move in ways that make no sense. Quietly, he starts building a map, a network, a web of connections. By 1982, he has identified 12 major marijuana plantations across Jalisco state. He has documented 30 corrupt police officers. He has tracked money routes stretching from Guadalajara to Miami, Los Angeles, and Chicago. He sends his reports back to DEA headquarters, coded, careful, never from the same place twice. The DEA is impressed. Kiki is becoming their strongest undercover asset in Mexico, maybe their strongest anywhere. But someone else is starting to notice too. Rafael Caro Quintero is 29 years old in 1981, born poor in Sinaloa, grew up in the mountains, started growing marijuana at age 14. By 29, he's a billionaire. RCQ isn't like other cartel leaders. He doesn't show off, doesn't throw parties, doesn't attract attention. He's quiet, patient, methodical. His specialty, marijuana, not cocaine. While other cartels focus on coca, RCQ perfects cannabis cultivation. He creates new strains, builds massive plantations, supplies 70% of marijuana consumed in the United States, and he's protected by police, by military, by politicians. He pays millions in bribes. Anyone who threatens his operations disappears. In 1983, RCQ hears rumors. Someone is asking questions. Someone is watching his operations. Someone named Eduardo Contreras. RCQ assigns his head of security, a former police commander, to investigate.
Find out who this Eduardo is, what he wants, who he works for.
The security chief starts following Kiki, photographing him, documenting his movements. After 2 weeks, he reports back. Eduardo Contreras doesn't exist. It's a cover identity. This man is DEA. RCQ's face doesn't change. He just nods.
Keep watching. I want to know everything he does. Everyone he talks to. Everything he knows.
RCQ doesn't kill Kiki, not yet, because killing a DEA agent brings consequences. Heat, attention, federal investigations. Instead, RCQ decides to be careful, move operations, change locations, stay ahead of Kiki's intelligence. It works. For a while. But Kiki is good at his job. Very good. And in November 1984, Kiki discovers something that changes everything. November of 1984, Kiki receives new intelligence from an informant, a location deep in the desert. Coordinates pointing to the middle of nowhere in Chihuahua State, roughly 220 kilometers from the United States border. The informant whispers,
"There's something there. Something big."
Kiki requests aerial surveillance. A small plane flies over the coordinates. What they photograph is unbelievable. A marijuana plantation, but not a normal one. This is industrial level cultivation on a scale no one has ever seen. Rancho El Bufalo, 2,500 acres, around 1,000 hectares, 8,000 tons of marijuana, 10,000 workers living on site, armed guards, full irrigation systems, processing facilities, an estimated value of $8 billion. It is the largest marijuana plantation ever found anywhere in the world, and it belongs to Rafael Caro Quintero. Kiki immediately sends the intelligence to DEA headquarters. Within 48 hours, the Mexican government, pushed hard by the United States, authorizes a full military raid. November 7th, 1984. 450 Mexican soldiers descend on Rancho El Bufalo. They destroy everything. Burn all 8,000 tons of marijuana. Arrest 120 workers. Dismantle the entire operation from the ground up. For Kiki, it becomes the crowning achievement of his career. Years of undercover work, finally paying off. But for Rafael Caro Quintero, it is something else entirely. A declaration of war. $8 billion. Gone. Burned. Because of one DEA agent. RCQ makes his choice. Enrique Camarena has to die. February 7th, 1985, 12:30 in the afternoon. Kiki leaves the United States consulate in Guadalajara. He is meeting his wife, Geneva, for lunch. Her birthday is tomorrow. They are planning a small celebration. Kiki walks down Avenida Libertad, a crowded street, middle of the day, safe. But 5 men are following him. They are not hiding. They are not pretending. They follow openly because they do not need to hide. They own the police. They own the city. 5 minutes later, a white Volkswagen Atlantic pulls up next to Kiki. The 5 men surround him.
"Get in the car!"
Kiki knows what this means. He knows who they are. He knows what happens next. He runs. One of the men hits him with a metal pipe. Kiki stumbles. They grab him. They drag him toward the car. Kiki fights. He throws punches. He tries to break free. A second blow to the head. Kiki's vision blurs. They push him into the trunk. The Volkswagen speeds away. This happens 5 minutes after 12:30, in broad daylight, on a busy street, in front of witnesses. Nobody calls the police, because everyone knows. If you see something involving the cartel, you see nothing. The Volkswagen drives to a mansion on Lope de Vega Street, number 881, in Guadalajara. The mansion belongs to Rafael Caro Quintero. Inside, Kiki is dragged to a back room. He is tied to a chair, blindfolded, and for the next 30 hours, he suffers. The room is small, with concrete walls and no windows. A single light bulb hangs above. Kiki sits tied to a chair, his hands behind his back, rope around his chest. 5 men walk in. One of them is Rafael Caro Quintero. Kiki cannot see him because he is blindfolded, but he hears the voice.
"Agent Camarena, welcome."
Raphael speaks calmly, almost politely, as if this were a business meeting.
You cost me $8 billion. Do you know what $8 billion means?
Kiki stays silent.
It means I can buy anyone. Judges, generals, governors, and I can make anyone disappear. But I'm not going to kill you. Not yet. Because first, you're going to tell me everything. Who are your informants? Who else is DEA? What operations are you running?
Kiki finally answers.
I'm not telling you anything.
Raphael gives a signal. The torture begins. What happened over the next 30 hours is known from official reports. Raphael had the entire interrogation recorded on audio tapes. He wanted to study it later, to look for information and weaknesses. The agency recovered those tapes during raids in 1985. The tapes have never been released. Agents who heard them needed counseling. It's the most disturbing thing they'd encountered. 30 hours of continuous torture. A cartel doctor monitored his vitals, not to heal, but to keep Kiki alive longer. Every time he lost consciousness, they revived him. They wanted names, informants, DEA operations. Kiki never broke. After 30 hours, his body failed. The doctor warned,
He'll die if this continues.
RCQ's order.
Finish it.
February 9th, 1985. 6 o'clock in the morning. Kiki Camarena is gone. 37 years old. Husband. Father. Marine. Federal agent. His body was left on a highway. The cartel's message. This is what happens when you fight us. But Kiki's sacrifice sent a different message. The DEA was coming, and they were bringing hell. February 9th, 1985. 9 o'clock in the morning. DEA headquarters, Mexico City. Special Agent James Kuykendall receives a call.
We found Camarena's car. Abandoned. No sign of him.
Kuykendall knows immediately. He's gone. The cartel took him. He calls DEA Administrator Jack Lawn in Washington, D.C.
Sir, Agent Camarena has been kidnapped. We believe Rafael Caro Quintero is responsible. We need to mobilize. Now.
Within hours, the DEA launches Operation Leyenda. Leyenda means legend in Spanish, named in honor of Kiki. The operation's mission, find Kiki and bring everyone responsible to justice. 100 DEA agents deploy to Mexico. They don't trust Mexican police. They conduct their own investigation. But for 3 weeks, they find nothing. No body. No witnesses willing to talk. No evidence. The Mexican government claims they're investigating. But DEA agents notice something. Mexican police are blocking them, destroying evidence, threatening witnesses, because the police are on the cartel's payroll. Finally, on March 5th, 1985, a full month after Kiki's kidnapping, 2 bodies are discovered on a highway in Michoacan. Enrique Camarena and his pilot, Alfredo Zavala, also kidnapped and tortured. The bodies are badly decomposed, but forensics confirm identity through dental records. The autopsy reveals the horror, extensive torment, broken bones, skull fracture, evidence of prolonged suffering. The DEA releases the findings. International outrage follows. The United States government declares, this is an act of war. March 1985. The U.S. takes unprecedented action. Operation Leyenda, the largest DEA manhunt in history. Resources deployed. More than 100 DEA agents, FBI, CIA, U.S. military support, full diplomatic pressure on Mexico. The U.S. threatens to close the border, cut off trade, economic sanctions. Mexico has no choice. April 4th, Ernesto Fonseca arrested. April 8th, RCQ found in Costa Rica, luxury mansion, fake identity, arrested. April 10th, Miguel Angel Felix Gallardo arrested. The Guadalajara cartel destroyed. All 3 leaders in custody within 30 days. But Mexico refuses extradition. They'll be tried in Mexican courts. The U.S. is furious. These men harmed a federal agent. They should face U.S. justice. But Mexico's constitution prohibits extradition for cases that may lead to a death penalty sentence. They won't bow to U.S. pressure. RCQ is convicted, sentenced to 40 years. The U.S. considers it a betrayal. RCQ is sent to Puente Grande maximum security prison. The DEA assumes at least he'll remain there. He'll be 70 years old when released in 2025, but they're wrong. August 9th, 2013, 2 o'clock in the morning, Puente Grande Prison. RCQ is 60 years old, 28 years served, 12 years remaining. Then, something impossible happens. Judge Jesus Guadalupe Luna issues an order at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Rafael Caro Quintero was tried in the wrong court. Release him immediately.
The legal argument, wrong jurisdiction, conviction invalid. It's absurd, obviously corruption, but legally binding. 2:30 in the morning, guards wake RCQ. You're free to go. He signs a form, collects his belongings, walks out. A black SUV is waiting. He's gone. 6 o'clock in the morning, DEA headquarters, Washington.
Rafael Caro Quintero released from prison.
Chaos. The Mexican government claims no advance knowledge. The judge claims he followed the law. Everyone knows the truth. RCQ paid someone and walked free. By 8 o'clock in the morning, the U.S. files emergency extradition. Too late. By noon, RCQ has changed vehicles 3 times, disappeared into Sinaloa's mountains. By evening, every Mexican agency is searching. They find nothing. RCQ vanishes for 9 years. 2013 to 2022, Rafael Caro Quintero becomes a ghost. The DEA puts him on their most wanted list. $20 million reward for information leading to his capture. The FBI adds him to their 10 most wanted fugitives list. Mexican authorities conduct raids, search operations, intelligence gathering. Nothing. RCQ is 60 years old when he escapes, in an era of satellites, drones, cell phone tracking, facial recognition, and he disappears for 9 years. By 2022, some agents wonder, is he even still alive? He would be 69 years old now. Maybe he passed away in the mountains. Maybe they will never find him. Then, on July 15th, 2022, everything changes. July 15th, 2022, 6:30 in the morning. Schwa Municipality, Sinaloa. Mexican Marines receive intelligence. A tip from an informant. RCQ is hiding in a ranch near Schwa, in the mountains. They mobilize 50 Marines, helicopters, a K-9 unit with tracking dogs. They approach the area quietly. No sirens, no advance warning. The ranch is remote. No roads. Accessible only by helicopter or foot. Perfect hiding place. The Marines land 2 kilometers away. Approach on foot, moving through dense brush and trees. They are looking for any sign of habitation. Smoke, paths, buildings. Then one of the K-9 dogs, a German shepherd named Max, stops. Ears up, staring at a cluster of bushes.
He's detected something.
Max moves toward the bushes, barking, agitated. The Marines surround the area, weapons ready.
Come out! Hands up!
Silence, then movement. Branches shifting. A man emerges, old, maybe 70, dirty clothes, long beard, thin, exhausted. But the face is unmistakable, even under the beard and dirt. Rafael Caro Quintero. He raises his hands, says in Spanish,
Ya no quiero problemas. Ya estoy cansado.
Translation.
I don't want problems anymore. I'm tired.
The Marines cannot believe it. After 9 years, after hundreds of operations, after $20 million in rewards, a dog found him, hiding in bushes. RCQ is handcuffed, placed in a helicopter. The Marines load up. Mission accomplished. The helicopter takes off, heading back to base. But 15 minutes into the flight, something goes wrong. The helicopter shakes. The engine sputters. Alarms sound. The pilot tries to stabilize, but they are losing altitude.
We're going down!
Brace for impact! The helicopter crashes into a hillside. The impact is severe. Metal twisting, rotors breaking apart. 14 people lose their lives. 12 Marines, the pilot, and the co-pilot. Rafael Caro Quintero survives, injured, but alive. He is pulled from the wreckage by surviving Marines. The cause of the crash is never definitively determined, but RCQ is in custody, injured, but alive. And this time, there is no escape. July 2022, RCQ is taken to Altiplano Prison, maximum security, reinforced cell, 24-hour guard rotation. The United States immediately files for extradition. RCQ's lawyers fight, appeal, argue he is too old, too sick, but Mexico says no.
We're done protecting him.
New president, new policies, United States pressure. August 2024, RCQ is extradited to the United States. December 2024, sentencing. The judge looks at him.
You tortured and murdered a federal agent. You showed no mercy. You will receive none. Life imprisonment without parole.
RCQ shows no emotion. He is 71 years old. He will spend the rest of his life in an American prison. Today, Rafael Caro Quintero sits in a federal supermax, likely ADX Florence in Colorado, the same place as El Chapo. 23 hours a day in concrete.
Recommended. Row. The prodigy who escaped North Korea. Black Files. Fort. The man who executed the most perfect heist ever. Lumen True Crime Vault. 98K views. He found an infinite money glitch. Ray William Johnson. 1.7. The actual reason you never see cabooses on trains now. Mega Machines history. The actual reason you never see cabooses on trains now. Mega Machines history. 335. Kevin Durant responds to Bruce Brown saying KP crossed the line during trash talk. Chat NBA. 79K views. 9. America's most wanted trader outsmarted the FBI. Liquidity.
Teammates on the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant and Bruce Brown, exchanged some words during tonight's matchup between the Rockets and the Nuggets. And in his post-game interview, Bruce Brown actually said that KD crossed the line. And here's what they both had to say.
Bruce got a little chippy there. He's not just playing these guys 3 times in a couple months.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you've had with Kevin Durant, got against him in the playoff series. You played with him in the playoff series. Just was that relationship been like over the course of the past few years?
It's been cool, but I think it's been cut slow now after tonight. Some words were said that's a little disrespectful, so well, I can't wait to see him next time.
What exactly was said?
Next question.
So Bruce, to be clear, there was a line that was crossed tonight.
As a man, there's certain things you don't say to another man. Yeah.
Does a game like this get you excited for a playoff atmosphere?
Of course. Talking off the court, I was asking when we're gonna play them again. I don't know when that is, but I can't wait.
To be clear, as far as whenever he said something that crossed the line, was it when or before you kind of stared him down after that bucket?
He said that he said it before to someone else, and then he said it to me. So it was before and after. I wish there was fighting. I wish we didn't get fined. But would have had some fun.
Would you have dropped the gloves tonight, so to speak, if fighting was kosher? And yeah,
I would have thought about it.
Bruce Brown just said he felt like you crossed the line tonight. Was there anything that you said that you felt like wasn't crossing the line?
I definitely wanted to cross the line.
Yeah.
It's basketball. It's in between the lines. Ain't no respect, ain't no love, and nothing. People don't show love to me. They cross the line a lot with their physicality. You know what I'm saying? It's part of the game. Some people can talk and play. Some people can't. I had to learn how to talk and play as a player. So I think Bruce is probably learning the same thing.
What did you say? Nothing
that should be talked to the media. He heard. He understood. I understood. We had, we know what that is. We don't need to tell you about it.
And then the 3 that you hit, that celebration down the sideline, just what was going through your mind there?
I mean, there's somebody in the crowd was talking crazy to me right before that. So everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah.
People in the stands enjoyed the game.
America's most wanted trader outsmarted the FBI. Liquidity. Fort. Most genius bank heist ever. Shortery. 500 plus IQ retiree outsmarts the lottery and cashes in $27 million. 153 passengers. 2 sleep. Video of Saskatchewan hockey rink staircase goes. In human power. Savage knockouts and noble heart of Chris Eubank. Why did Voyager 1 turn on its camera? Detective could face felony charges for alleged Walmart shoplifting Fox 10 feet. Why it's cheaper to abandon his container. Move. Psycho who escaped from America's most dangerous prison. Robert. Never send these 4 texts to coworkers. Lawyer's warning. Free computer court explained in 9 minutes. Bite size. How to bankrupt a country in 5 easy steps. The Venice. Anthony Joshua loses IT after info. Stop using cold wallets. Web3 scams. Life inside of Vietcong tunnels. Cross section. Apple ban from all public school properties. Inaqua and the Rams blow up Thursday night. Giving out flowers and the foot goes wrong. Most requested video. The Mighty Sharn Horse was song. Yarn. How 15 men robbed a moving train. Without guns. Explorers. Fort. Why raindrops do not kill us. The science behind turn. Food processing simulator early first book. Upcoming new factory sim. F1. Nima less. 1.5K views. Food processing simulator early first book. Upcoming new factory sim. Video progress bar 1 second to 4 hours. Skip ahead 1 minute. Skip ahead 8 minutes. 52 seconds 8 minutes. Skip ahead 32 minutes. 39 seconds. Loading.
Okay, so this one is 6 of 6. So our boxes being filled, yeah, as they stand there. They are. I wasn't expecting that. I thought the boxes would come out completely filled. I'm gonna make sure. No, see, that one's still filling. Gotta make sure we grab the full boxes. That's no. There's one in the back there too. So that's 6, 7, and this one's full, so 8. There you go. Yeah, so they fill on the platform. That's good to know. That's one bright moon. Love you lots. Okay. Wait for the pop-up. Timer stopped. But there it is. Okay, well, you again didn't get a bonus. Well, we'll see if we can. Well, it's first end the day.
Skip ahead 10 seconds. Skip ahead 30 seconds, 34 minutes.
Did you need maintenance?
Tab. Recommended. Row. Food processing simulate. Why it sucks to be an F1 driver. More. 200. John D. Rockefeller. The man who created a system you can never. Charles Barkley versus Langdor fight story. Deep history. BTM basketball time machine. 122 KQ. John D. Rockefeller. The man who created a system you can never escape. Economy rewind. 4K.
In 1870, the 31-year-old man in Cleveland, Ohio, controlled 4% of America's oil refining capacity. By 1880, he controlled 90%. By 1904, he controlled 91% of oil production, 85% of final sales, and had created the template for every monopoly that exists today. His name was John D. Rockefeller, and the system he built, the corporate structures he invented, the monopolistic tactics he perfected, they didn't die when Standard Oil was broken up in 1911. They evolved, they spread, they control your life right now in 2025. The gasoline you pump, the drugs you buy, the tech platforms you use, the food you eat, the banks you borrow from, every single one uses the Rockefeller playbook. Vertical integration, horizontal consolidation, regulatory capture, tax-exempt foundations that shape policy, and market dominance so complete that competition becomes impossible. Rockefeller didn't just build an oil empire, he built the architecture of modern corporate control. You cannot escape it, because the system isn't Standard Oil. The system is the method. And that method has been replicated by every dominant corporation for 150 years. Amazon uses it, Google uses it, Pfizer uses it, JP Morgan uses it. They all learned from the same blueprint, the Rockefeller blueprint. Control the supply chain vertically, eliminate competitors horizontally, capture the regulators, use philanthropy to buy legitimacy. And when the government finally breaks you up, make sure the pieces you control are worth more than the whole. Let me show you exactly how Rockefeller built this system, how he used it to become the richest man in history. Standard Oil's breakup actually made him richer, and why 114 years after that breakup, we still live in the world Rockefeller designed. Because understanding the system isn't academic, it's survival. The system is designed to extract wealth from you and concentrate it at the top. And once you see how it works, you'll see it everywhere. John Davison Rockefeller was born July 8, 1839 in Richford, New York. His father was a con man who sold fake cancer cures. His mother was a devout Baptist. This combination, the con man's ruthlessness and the Baptist's moral certainty, would define
Pause. Button. Play. Button. List. Tabs. YouTube. Play. Button. Video progress bar 2 minutes. 1 second of 23. Tab. Recommended. Row. John D. Rockefeller. The man who created Ghost Farms choking Greece's coastline. DW Planet A. 111 KQ. Fire. Self-defense. College hoops 2K8. Recruiting the best high school player I've ever seen. 10 awkward post-fight moments in boxing. SMB boxing. 36 KQs. 8 days ago. 25 minutes. College hoops 2K8. Recruiting the best high school player I've ever. Video progress bar 0 seconds of 30 minutes. Skip ahead 1 minute. 1 minute of 30 minutes. 4. Skip ahead 3 minutes. 3 minutes of 30 minutes. Skipping to create and recruit 3 minutes of 30 minutes. 4 seconds.
Be able to get it popping with him. So I'm sorting it out.
Creating recruit 3 minutes. 6 seconds. Skip ahead 1 minute. 20 seconds 4 minutes. Skip ahead 2 minutes 5 minutes. 6. Skipping to high school gameplay. AVL 6 minutes. 16 seconds of 30 minutes. 4 seconds.
Zone right here. You're on Tucker. You see he wants to go to Duke, UNC. I like the way they show at the bottom of the player the top 3 schools that they want to go to. That is a cool feature. Yeah, the double team. You tell he want to go to Duke. You know they be shooting in threes, bruh. And this center is actually balling, ain't he? Is this boy Neil Bridges, the 6 foot that grew an inch in his
Tab. Recommended. 10 awkward post 5 moments in boxing. SMB boxing. 36K views. 8 days. RTX 5070 Cyberpunk 2077 Ultra. Ray tracing and path tracing tested. Worms Gaming. 4K. 19.
Guys, please be here. Welcome back to another.
Tab. Recommended. Pro. RTX 5070 Cyberpunk. Man who ran a cartel from inside the FBI. Black files. An FBI agent infiltrated the mafia. A hacker who legally cheated. How the cartel boss escaped to Supermax prison on a motorcycle under. Man who outsmarted every casino employee. Lumen 2 more. 4. How the cartel boss escaped to Supermax prison on a motorcycle underground. Lumen 2 more. 4K. 39K views.
February 22nd, 2014, Mazatlan, Mexico. 6:40 a.m. Mexican Marines breached the door of a beachfront condo. Flashbangs. Automatic weapons shouting. Inside, a man is sleeping. Short, mustache, 56 years old. He wakes up confused, hands in the air.
You're under arrest.
El Chapo. The most wanted drug lord in the world. Leader of the Sin.
Recommended. Pro. How the cartel boss escaped. The man who outsmarted every casino employee. The man who made everything on the internet free. Black files. 4K. 1.3 MQ. The man who made everything on the internet free. Black files. 4K.
May 31st, 2006, Stockholm. A teenager's bedroom server is about to become the most hunted machine on Earth. That server hosts the Pirate Bay, a site responsible for bleeding Hollywood studios of $30 billion, crippling music labels, and making a mockery of international copyright. 53 armed police officers storm the data center, seizing every server, every cable, every piece of hardware in what should be death. By noon, Swedish prosecutors hold victory press conferences. Hollywood executives toast their win.
Volume. 14.
Notorious piracy.
13. 12. 11.
Used by 25 million people daily. Is finally dead. But 70.
Recommended. Pro. The man who made everything on the internet free. Black files. 4K. 1.3 MQ. 3 weeks ago. 24 minutes. 8 seconds. 51 to 55 or more.
Hey Siri, what time?
December 21st at 5:51 a.m.
Hey Siri, what time is it?
It's 5:51 a.m.